Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Infra. This is episode 12, chapter 5, map 2. And I won't say what the level is about because that would give it away. We've just fixed the Pitheath water treatment plant. And come through there. So let's see what awaits us up here. A automatically closing gate behind us, and a bit of broken concrete. Okay. So, there's a PIR motion detector sensor over that door there. If we get close enough, we trigger a poison trap and set off some kind of an alarm system. If you can get through this part without disabling the alarm, without triggering the alarm, then you can get an achievement called Sneaky. But to do that, you need to have several codes for this system here, and we do not. However, they left the codes laying around in the system log. And that code was 6832, which silences the alarm, but it doesn't really help us out because we're still armed. So we need to figure out how to disarm the thing. Over here is a tablet. This has some history. Jeff Walter, the hero of Stahlberg. Stahlberg was literally bombed to the ground in World War II. After the war, many of Stahlberg's citizens were worried about the city's future, and most of them moved out of the town. Stahlberg was basically just a pile of ruined buildings. Many of the city's old monuments were severely damaged, and the streets were full of beggars. However, the city saw a glimpse of hope when a young and wealthy entrepreneur, Jeff Walter, founded the Walter Company, with plans to rebuild Stahlberg. He hired many of the city's unemployed citizens to help build a better future for the city. It was this company, along with the Bergman Group, Hammer Valley Hydro, and Stahlberg Steel, that finally changed the fate of the city. Walter's contributions to the city made him a legend. The future seemed bright for Stahlberg, with low unemployment rates and a noticeable growth in population. Then things took a turn for the worse when many of the city's companies started going bankrupt. With Stahlberg Steel's bankruptcy, almost half of Stahlberg citizens were left without a job, and some even homeless. Jeff Walter mysteriously disappeared shortly after these events, leaving his company in a financial crisis. The company is still in operation, but its ownership is in questionable hands. Now the city's glory days are all but a faint memory, and its citizens have low hopes of it ever being the same again. What a nice, happy, charming story. Alright, so this thing is disarmed, or is shut off. If we go into this page here, we can unlock a number of doors. This one we will unlock later. This one we will not. And if we were in a hurry, we could just get out this way. Oh, maybe not quite. Nope, missed one that I need to do. I just see it now. It's this one right here. There we go. All right. Now, there's another motion sensor over there, and if we trip that, it blocks all the doors again. So we can't just go out the back door here, but we have to go this way. WC is water closet. That's the typical spelling for a typical phrase for it in Europe, I believe. Our boss is a paranoid maniac. I don't know what the heck he's hiding in his computer, but the security system is ridiculous. I mean, all these different codes we have to remember, and poison. Seriously, some homeless guy will die in one of these poison traps for sure. He even tried making changes to the software's code himself. Now it's a mess. Yesterday, Anthony was having trouble getting the bathroom door to open, so he had to go out and take a dump in the canal. As revenge, Anthony built a brick wall in front of the boss's office door. He's going to be so mad when he sees it. Anyway, the new alarm code is 1970, and the sensor code is the same as the numbers on the outside of this building. Don't forget to bring some food and drinks to that LAN party at Jasney Hall.
Fascinating.
Okay. So, we'll see posters for this LAN party later. And there's another PIR sensor there. But if we duck, we can get that door open first and discover that the outside of the building says 1245. And this document here had said that the code is the same as the numbers on the outside of the building. So 1970 and 1245 are the magic codes to fix things. So come back here. (1970) disarms it. And that unlocks other stuff. So if we go back to sensors, we can shut off the 3 motion detectors. Go to doors and reopen everything because we already have everything we need. Okay, maybe not the bathroom door. Okay, 1245 is the bathroom code. Alright, and that's about as much as we can do there. We can open this door and go back out onto the patio here. But it's lovely enough that we don't need to spend a lot of time there. We can now get into this bathroom.
I don't think I can fit these in my pockets.
I don't think I want them in my pockets. Okay, down the ladder. Poison trap blocking that, and no other purpose to go down there. He's got his laptop and his lunch next to the toilet. That's kind of either forward-thinking or lazy. But anyway, yeah, if you can get through there and type in all those codes and disarm everything without setting the alarm off once, that's an achievement called Sneaky. I wanted to show how to get that achievement, how to get the codes, so that on a subsequent playthrough you can enter those. Okay, dead fish. There's these boards across the canal, which shouldn't be there. It leads to this. That's the other end of that poison trap in the room under the bathroom.
Another one.
Alright. Geocache and some other rubbish. If we go up this way, jump across, we can get into this door here, which is the boss's office, and there's the bricked up wall back into the other part of the hacker's den there. Boss's bathroom, and we have some matrix code, a
Intriguing.
USB drive. And the USB drive counts as a conspiracy document. And the green scrolling codes in the background, if you translate those from binary into ASCII, you get a secret message part of the augmented reality game. But I'm not doing that here. Here we have some documentation from SNW, bearing an SMW letterhead. Bunker construction agreement, Stahlberg Engineering Company, with Jeff Walter's name on it that we recognize. And Sven Olsen we will hear about later, so keep that in mind. We have a word here, Eppen, and some sort of a cross-sectional diagram of something. If I didn't know any better, I would think that looked like an implosion bomb, nuclear bomb core. We have a confidentiality agreement, S&W instructions, and looks like some sort of chemistry experiment set up there. But we've borrowed this flash drive, so we'll be able to turn this over to the relevant authorities should it turn out to be anything particularly useful. Okay. Back over here. Okay, grabbing that flash drive gives you an achievement. And I think we're done with this section for now, because we're going to come up here and find that this gate is locked again. And there's a newspaper on this crate over here that we're going to read, called The Legend of the Underground City. Stahlberg has one of the most extensive underground systems in the world. There's everything from parking garages and metro tunnels to waterworks and even grain silos. The netherworld of the city is also subject to many mysteries. Extensive old urban networks like the Stahlberg's Underground are bound to have countless stories linked to them, whether those stories are actually real or not. One of the biggest urban legends related to Stahlberg's underground infrastructure is the existence of the so-called underground city of Stahlberg. According to the legend, the underground city is a safe haven for the many homeless people of Stahlberg. Many different versions of the story circulate the public. Some say the underground city is built into a huge cave. Others say it's located in an abandoned mine shaft. Sometimes it's said to be in a disused metro tunnel. More often than not, the underground city is described as the most beautiful place in the world. A place full of waterfalls, brightly colored buildings, friendly people, and overall happiness. A place where everything is well maintained and everyone has their own home. There's also a darker version of the story. Instead of all the happy things, the underground city is full of dark, wet tunnels, infested with drug users and sick people. Some even say there's a strange cult present where people worship a savage underground deity. The wildest theory suggests that the underground city is actually a secret community run by the aforementioned cult. In this version of the story, the place is actually a huge psychoactive mushroom farm where captured homeless people are forced to work in subhuman condition. There's no real proof that the underground city of Stahlberg actually exists, or if it does, where it's located. The legend says that only the homeless people can enter the underground city. Some homeless people we interviewed said the entrance to this place might be located in open sewer. Others said it's actually located right under the Stahlberg Central Railway Station's lower platform. One man even suggested that it's in fact located in the underground holding cell block of the Furplus police station. No definitive consensus of the location could be achieved. All in all, the underground city of Stahlberg remains as one of the biggest mysteries of the city. Maybe the underground city is just some abandoned mining shaft where a couple of homeless people live. Or maybe it's a beautiful secret bunker built by rich people. No one really seems to know.
Interesting.
Okay. So there's a mysterious underground city of Stahlberg that nobody knows if it really exists or anything else about it. Alright, so the first time I played through this level, it took me forever to figure out how to get past this point here. Because there's no key for this gate. I kept going back and looking for the key to the gate. What you have to do instead is just walk through the canal here. And if you stay away from the part where it gets too deep, Mark has no problems wading through the water. But he won't go where you start seeing those lily pads, because those are too deep. I'm going to quick save here as soon as I can get my keyboard pulled out. And see if we can walk over here just out of curiosity. We've never been this way before. Can we go here? Is there any reason to go here? There's not. But we can. Okay. So this gate here is progress. And we still have a blue card from the previous level, the water plant. Useless documents there. Keys. Gate. Gate. Fuses, looks like. Stahlberg history book, a dead computer, and some logs. Basically, they have yearly inspections of this place. The most recent date we can read is 1986. They have issues with the keys disappearing and reappearing, and with the canal stinking. But we now have keys. So we could go that way, but there's all kinds of things to look at and take pictures of over here. So this is the direction we're going first. And I think I want to go up this way.
Someone should get that fixed.
Because this is a dead end. I want to do this part first to get this out of the way. We come up here, one of those gate keys we found in the water company's shed goes up here. If we look over there, we can see there the gate is open. If we throw this first switch, we can see the gate close. So I want to leave that open. The other one doesn't seem to do anything. Come over here, through there. But the other thing we can do here is take a picture of these dead fish, but that we can also take that picture from elsewhere later. And again, there's nothing else we can do over here. There's a broken pillar that we can also take a picture of later. So there's not really a whole lot to do over in this section here. I think the only real picture we can take is from here with this broken steam pipe. Okay. All right, back over this way.
No wonder it suddenly got so hot.
Okay. Gas fire. That's a natural gas pipe there. And if we stand over here, we can turn off the pipe.
That should do it.
And stop the flames. Okay. Don't know why it gives me the hint to throw it. That sign there says, do not...
No wonder it suddenly got so hot. There we go.
Alright.
I'm not...
Okay. So, we notice that everything is arcing and sparking and cracking. So we need to solve that problem somehow. I'm running out of fingers to hit keys with. Do not open, leak. By the way, I took the handle, took the valve so you can't open. There's a leak right here, and this looks like the electrical panel. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and find the valve handle in the sink. Chuck it there. And open it. Now it's downstream of this other gas valve. So it won't do anything until we actually open this one. Alright, and that blew the fuses and breakers out of that panel and shut off the electricity that was causing the floor to spark. Let the smoke die down a little bit because I don't want to hold the duck key down this whole time. Alright, but we are now clear of that. We can go in here.
No way I'm getting past this.
But we're not going down that hallway because it's collapsed. So we have to go up these stairs here. Nothing else in that room there. Over here, hidden behind the box, there's a note that says that they got the order to stop that factory. Go open the sewer dam while I notify the media. So that's some kind of a conspiracy to shut down a factory. Note on box. Right, up another ladder. Out the door. Ladder is broken. Go down here. And we're back behind that area with the broken pillar that we couldn't do anything about earlier. And it looks like the only way forward is through here. But there's some stuff we can do down here in the canal, as long as we don't go too deep.
Must be careful not to go too deep.
I just said that. And going back and rewatching some of the earlier recordings,
Geocache.
I've noticed that I turn the flashlight off very too often in these darker parts, and it doesn't really show up on the video real well. It shows up well enough on my display that I can navigate with that, and I apologize for that in the other videos, and I'm trying to not do that here. It's just this is a re-recording after I've visited pretty much everything in the game. Actually solved it, have 2 ending videos already recorded. I just was not happy with this.
I have like a ton of these things already. Can't carry any more of these.
I was just not happy with the way this recording turned out the first time around, so I'm redoing it. If you manage to get through that protest, go tell the city staff to check the sewer where all our waste goes for processing. That runoff ditch didn't like this before, and now everyone is blaming us. The boss even claimed it was sabotage after the failed attempt to take over the company. So I don't know what company is here. Okay. I did miss a picture outside, so before we get too much further into the action, we'll just go back and retake that. Right. So why am I tampering with this overhead crane? Well, this forklift here is going to help us get through this overhead door if we can get it started and move it forward so that the fork is under the door, but it's got flat tires, and according to this note here, it needs a new battery and has a broken axle, so it's not going to get there under its own power. But if we can bash it with that heavy barrel there, we might be able to get the forklift moved enough to force the gate open. Alright, and that seems to have broken it. But our fork is now under the gate. There happens to be a car battery sitting over here. Turn it on. And then we need some diesel fuel for the thing, which is in the blue bottle, blue jug. And one of those keys we found in the key box in that office there turns it on. Crank it open all the way. And then we can crawl under the door and we're out of there. All right? We're not fully done there. We will have to backtrack after we get some keys from around here somewhere. Another impassable gate.
A geocache.
And then there's some pictures under here where the ceiling...
I still have 9 packs of batteries left.
Where the ceiling is basically rotted out. This makes me nervous here. Alright, junk blocking the door, or the grate there for the canal. Not good. Got the geocache from the parking lot over there. Objects blocking the canal. And that's about all we can do over here. There is a biker bar here. Mark is not dumb enough to kick the bikes over. Unlike certain other adventure game characters that we've met. Roger Wilco comes to mind from Space Quest 4, I believe. And Sonny Bonds in Police Quest 1. There are some mushrooms down there, and somewhere in this bottom of the sewer there are some keys, which I need. Okay. Those keys in the sewer open something back on the other side of this factory thing. So we're going to go back out this door here And if you remember, there's these doors on the side of the building, and this one opens. And we find ourselves in this room here, which appears to be some sort of a mushroom farm that we can go in if we want.
I'm pretty sure that's not meant to be like that.
Don't really want to go in there because mushrooms. Mushroom Company Research and Development Department. Research Project. The development of a more cold-resistant species of shrooms. The winter destroyed half of our shrooms, and the other half were taken by those bikers for protection. Those were our shrooms. Research method. We will be using a form of magic called science, which I learned a little bit about in high school before I dropped out. I can't exactly remember all of the basics, but that's okay. This isn't rocket science. Research basis. Our shrooms die in the low temperatures of the winter, when the green glow starts fading away. We need the shrooms in the winter too, but we can't afford to keep them warm. First attempt. I tried applying some liquid. Some liquid I found called antifreeze. Shrooms grew bigger, but still can't stand cold. I'm sure that's healthy. Second attempt. Spread some spores on frozen ground. Nothing happened. Spores died. Third attempt. Tried building shroom resistance to cold by placing them in gradually colder environments, and then back to warmer. Yeah, they still die. Fourth attempt. Heard about some method called selective breeding, which is used by farmers. So I only plant spores that manage to survive? I don't know. I guess it worked. Most of them still die, though. Fifth attempt. Read about something called genetic modification and GMO. It warned about its moral issues, but those are not an issue for me. How do I modify them genetically? That is a question that would be better off not answered. Alright. So now that we visited Mushroom Company, let's try to get out of here. There's a couple things to do before we can leave, though. There's nothing down there but the canal. There's nothing that way but a immovable gate or fence that I'm sure we could really move if we tried hard enough. Can't get into that building there. There's the same part of the canal we saw earlier. Now we're ready for this building. And there's some kind of a pump system here. Let's tamper where we shouldn't be tampering and see if we can get this thing running. What we want to do is we want to get the water pumping towards the sewer and away from the factory. So use this if you want to pump water to the mushroom factory. Use this if you want to pump water to the sewer. Remember to turn on and off the sewer and factory switch. So sewer, turn on for pipe R1. For pipe R2, sewer, we turn off. For sewer, turn off 3. Auto and aux pump are on. This one says turn on. I've set that to factory. Don't touch or you will suffer. Don't use pipe R2. Mushroom machine. New open sewer is here. Don't break this. Main power.
That should do it.
And we start the machine. Quick save. Let's see if the graphics glitch out on this thing again. It did this previous time I went through this today when I had my OBS set wrong. So let's see if it glitches out here.
Metro maintenance access. That's convenient.
Yep. This metal plate seems to be loose. Yeah, there's a lighting glitch here. Step over here and it's dark. For some reason. Step over here and it's light.
Yeah.
I do not have a card for it. I still don't know why the lights are doing that, but we're going to quick save here again. Because when we go back over, we end up down here.
I have to find a way out of here.
Yep. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to close this gate. Take a picture of that. We're going to take a picture of this hole in the ceiling.
Time to turn around and find another way.
Yeah, it's too late to turn around. We need a new plan. I think this is where we want to go. But it's kind of blocked off, and there's some kind of a room there with stuff. And once again, I'm leaving the flashlight off too much. Got enough batteries, I don't know why I keep doing that. Alright. That doesn't go anywhere, so we need to find an alternate path into that room. If we look at the pipe here, there's a giant... I have to do it at the right angle. There's a giant hole in this pipe. And then I can't find a picture on my list here, but I don't really... I'm not really bothered about one picture. Okay, again, this, if I didn't mention it before, this is a re-recording. If we go this way here, we can jump up here and walk very slowly down this hallway.
I still have 9 packs of batteries left.
By this point, I've actually recorded the ending of the game. And I just have never been happy with the way the original recording of this episode flowed, because I kept getting lost and having to go back, and it just took way too long, too disjointed, too fragmented. There's a pipe handle here and a busted flood door. Again, I'm leaving the flashlight off for no good reason. We're going to put the handle in here.
Something is blocking the mechanism.
Alright, now if you've ever played Riven, the sequel to Myst, by Cyan Worlds, Rand and Robin Miller's company, that kind of set the standard for this style of point-and-click first-person adventure game, you might remember a dirty trick they pulled where they had a room with a swinging door that blocked a secondary passage out of the room. In Myst, in Riven,
That should do it.
aka Myst 2, I believe it is on the Workshop Island. Is it the Workshop Island where this happens? I think so. Turn this handle here and this goes up.
There we go.
And the gate is now open. And we're almost through the end of this level. So reopen this door here. And then we're going to backtrack our way alongside this pipe with a really, really slow walk. Which may have fast forward a little bit, depending on how it times out. Alright. Nothing I'm aware of down there. So we're going to go back this way. And this is that sluice gate we just opened, the window we looked out.
Still 8 packs of batteries left.
down this tunnel pipe thing here. And we come to another sluice gate. And a busted flood door and a somewhat icky tunnel there. The flood door is locked because it thinks it's flooded. So we need to get this water out of here. And if we open this gate here, it starts allowing the water to flood out into this vertical pipe.
That should do it.
Now, if we're stupid enough to get caught in the current, Mark goes away, and we lose, or we have to restore. But if we hurry, we can get over here and open this flood door. Step on in. There's no handle on the inside again. Wonder if Robin's been here. But that's another one-way valve in case the sewer floor breaking, or the metal floor in that metro access tunnel breaking didn't do it. And right around the corner here's the end of the level. So next time it'll be back to your regularly scheduled first pass recordings as we finish up this section of Infra. Hopefully get out of these tunnels. Thanks for watching, and see you later.